All right, day two. Feeling a little bit more self-conscious today, probably because like now I'm mapping out maybe something specific to speak about, whereas yesterday I was just kind of maybe just introducing an idea that had been bouncing around my head for months. And so today, as I thought about maybe what I could share with something that I'm doing that may help another, is, this is the time of year where maybe you start thinking about what's happened this year, what you're looking forward to for next year, what you want different for next year. And I'm not a real big believer in resolutions, only because for myself, they've never really worked. I, kind of set the same ones every year, and just by the end of the January Super Bowl weekend comes around, I'm just wrecked and back to where I was. So that really has not worked for me at all. But at least in the health department, and just old habits die hard. So I want to encourage people, because what's worked for me this year, which I've made some small changes in my life, which I'm happier with where I'm at in those departments today than I was 6 months ago. And I really haven't changed that much or done that much. It's just done little things. And I know that little things in the long run will work out to big things if you stay with them. So the key is just getting started, deciding what you want, which most times people have a hard time figuring out what it is they want, or putting their finger on something that they would like to change. But for me, I was just, with everything going on in 2020 and 2021, I was just super, super wound up, super just freaked out by the left-right paradigm, and the fear on the right and the fear on the left. And it's just still fear on both sides. Everybody's just scared to death of something. And fear will lead to anger, just like Yoda said. And I was getting angry. And so I had to pump the brakes on some of those things. And what's worked for me is just bringing it back to something that I can control, which is my health. I can control what goes in my mouth, barely, and I can control if I do get exercise or not, or if I get enough rest or drink enough water, like real basic, minimal stuff that over time will make a difference in the long run. Because I'm a firm believer that if somebody's not feeling so good, or they're maybe depressed, or they're dealing with some anxiety issues, or just things that I've definitely dealt with over the years myself, and used a wide variety of methods to try to remedy that, but kind of ended up in worse situations. But if you just want to start doing something that will make you feel better, which is just get 15 minutes of sunlight and drink water. That's it. You don't have to move. You don't have to do exercise. Just sit in the sun for 15 minutes a day, drink water, start there. If you do that for a month, I promise you will feel a little bit better than you do today, which maybe that's not, where you want to be, of course, or where I want to be, but it's a start. And once something's in motion, you can build on that, because then you have momentum. And, I always tell my girls, because they'll look at big homework assignments or big projects they have to do. I just try to break it down to something really manageable. So I always ask them, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Just start real small. And so you can have that big goal of losing 25 pounds or running a marathon, whatever. But if you're like me, man, just start off by, like, today I'm just trying not to eat past 8 p.m. tonight. That's my goal. My goal today is just, with all this Christmas stuff going on, and every time I go to the kitchen to get a glass of water or do something, then, I take a nibble, take this, take that, and all of a sudden I'm just like grazing all day on all this sugar. But the hard cutoff is 8 p.m. So, and that's made a difference in my life. In the last 6 months, I've probably lost about 10 pounds, and it's been just by doing things like that, or getting almost daily exercise. And I'm not breaking any records or impressing anybody by my workout routine, believe me. But compared to nothing, it's way better than what I was doing. And I actually feel better now than I did maybe a year ago, when I wasn't watching what I eat at all or exercising at all. So I don't know, maybe somebody out there that will resonate with you or encourage you. So I want to encourage you to do things half-assed. I want to encourage you to do things terrible, because if you did something new, terrible for 6 months, in 6 months, you will be happier or way farther along than doing nothing. So if you want to start reading books and you read 1 page a day, woohoo. But 1 page a day is better than 0 pages a day. That's my motto, is lower the bar. Don't raise the bar, lower the bar. Lower the bar so you can feel like you're on track. You can feel like you're successful no matter what. And when that happens, then you'll feel better, and then anything's possible. And anything is possible. So, with that being said, I'm just going to say that I don't know who out there watches Yellowstone, but if you don't watch Yellowstone, you need to start. It is a great little soap opera that you will love, and especially if you've got Montana ties like I do, you'll love it. But other than that, you guys have a great Monday night if you are still watching this, and be thinking of me about 8 o'clock, because I'm not going to be eating any of those brownies or fudge or all that stuff. So, but with that, I want to just remind you that big things can happen, and a year from now you could be in a totally different place, and amazing things can happen to people even just in a year. And I've watched a few friends completely dramatically change their life within 1 year. And I want to dedicate this episode number 2 to my friend Turf Tracy, who a year ago I had to be kind of careful hanging out with him because he was just a bad influence. But on his own, and with the help of other people, because big things, big changes, monumental things, companies, they only get built with teams. And Tracy had a team, and he's completely changed his life. And it's inspiration. It inspires me to just, if he can do that, like, it opens my mind that I'm just like, anything is possible. I never would have thought that. I never would have thought he'd been clean and sober a year from now. And he's dang near made it a full year. And it's impressive. If you would have known him before, you would be shocked. So, have a great night. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later.